Today, our topic is the nature of free will. Do we have it? This is a question that has puzzled humans for centuries. It is deep, complex, and touches the very core of what it means to be human. Do we truly make our own choices, or is everything we do determined by forces beyond our control? Let's explore this idea step by step, using simple words and clear examples. First, let's define what free will means. Free will is the idea that we have the power to make our own choices. It means that when you decide to eat an apple instead of a banana, or when you choose to study instead of watching TV, you are acting freely. You are in control. But is this really true? Some people argue that our choices are not free at all. They say that everything we do is influenced by things like our genes, our environment, or even the laws of physics. Let's look at the argument against free will. Imagine you are walking in a forest and you see two paths. You choose the left path. Was that choice really free? Some people would say no. They would say that your choice was influenced by many things. Maybe you chose the left path because you remembered a story about a treasure hidden there. Or maybe you chose it because the right path looked dark and scary. These influences are not under your control. They come from your past experiences, your personality, and even your brain chemistry. If this is true, then your choice was not free. It was determined by factors outside of your control. Now let's look at the argument for free will. Even if our choices are influenced by many factors, we still feel like we are making them. When you decide to help a friend or work hard on a project, it feels like you are in charge. This feeling of control is very strong. It makes us believe that we have free will. Some philosophers say that this feeling is enough. Even if our choices are influenced by outside factors, we still experience them as our own. This means that free will is real, at least in the way we experience life. So, who is right? Do we have free will or not? The truth is, no one knows for sure. It is one of the great mysteries of life. But even if we don't know the answer, we can still think about what it means for our lives. If we have free will, then we are responsible for our actions. We can choose to be kind, to work hard, and to make the world a better place. But if we don't have free will, then we are like actors in a play, following a script written by forces beyond our control. This can feel scary, but it can also be freeing. If our choices are not truly ours, then we don't need to blame ourselves for our mistakes. We can accept that life is complicated and that we are doing our best. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, has some interesting ideas about free will. The Stoics believe that we cannot control everything in life, but we can control how we respond to it. For example, if it rains on your birthday, you can't change the weather, but you can choose to have a good time anyway. The Stoics taught that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This is a powerful idea. It reminds us that even if we don't have complete free will, we still have the power to shape our lives. Now, let's think about motivation and inspiration in the context of free will. If our choices are not entirely free, does that mean we shouldn't try to improve ourselves? No. Even if our actions are influenced by outside factors, we can still work to become better people. Motivation comes from within. It is the desire to achieve something, to grow, and to make a difference. Inspiration comes from outside. It is the spark that lights the fire of motivation. Together, they help us move forward, even when life is hard. Here is some advice. Don't worry too much about whether free will exists or not. Instead, focus on what you can do right now. You may not have control over everything, but you have control over some things. Use that control wisely. Be kind to yourself and others. Work hard, but don't forget to rest. Life is a journey, and every step matters. Even if we don't have complete free will, we can still make choices that lead to a better life. Let's think about the role of habits in free will. Habits are actions that we do automatically, without thinking. For example, brushing your teeth or tying your shoes are habits. Some people say that habits take away our free will because we do them without making a choice. But habits can also be helpful. They save us time and energy so we can focus on more important things. The key is to create good habits. If you want to be healthy, make exercise a habit. If you want to be successful, make learning a habit. Over time, these habits will shape your life, even if you don't think about them every day. Now let's talk about the role of society in free will. Society is the world around us, including our family, friends, and culture. It has a big influence on our choices. For example, if you grow up in a family that values education, you are more likely to value it too. If you live in a culture that celebrates sports, you are more likely to play sports. Does this mean that society takes away our free will? Not exactly. Society gives us a framework to make choices, but we still have the power to decide what to do with it. You can choose to follow the path that society sets for you, or you can choose to create your own path. Both choices are valid. Finally, let's think about the future of free will. As technology advances, we may face new challenges to our sense of free will. For example, artificial intelligence and algorithms are already influencing our choices. When you watch a video on the internet, the algorithm suggests the next one for you. When you shop online, the website recommends products based on your past behavior. These influences are subtle, but they are powerful. They shape what we see and do, often without us noticing. This raises important questions. If our choices are shaped by algorithms, do we still have free will? And if not, what can we do about it? In conclusion, the nature of free will is a complex and fascinating topic. While we may never know for sure whether we have it or not, we can still live meaningful lives. We can focus on what we can control, create good habits, and make choices that align with our values. Whether free will is real or not, we have the power to shape our lives in positive ways. So, don't let the mystery of free will stop you from living fully. Embrace the uncertainty and make the most of the choices you have. Life is a gift, and every moment is an opportunity to make it better.